This week, the Snark Mark podcast is brought to you. Hold on, I'm being handed a note. Hold on. Self-financed by Andrew Idell.
That's right, dude. Made him money.
Not unlike Mel Gibson in The Passion of the Christ. Not the only thing you not the only thing you share in common with Mel.
I'm like Ben Shapiro.
Little Easter egg for the viewers.
Are you calling me an anti-Semite?
I'm not calling you one. I'm not saying it. I
did at one point call a cop sugar tits. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go back and listen to the podcast, I think that you can draw your own conclusions.
Oh man, the voicemails that Mel Gibson sent his ex are the worst / funniest things you'll ever hear in your life.
I once heard on a podcast Kevin Smith talk about how Mel Gibson used to be known as quite a prankster on sets. You know?
Oh, man.
And Jodie Foster was like, he's so funny. And she was one of the people that came out to defend him. And then he's like, what do you think he was doing on the sets of these movies before, you know, the internet was like omnipresent and everything was reported? Like, because I will tell you this, it is my belief that something like that doesn't just manifest out of nowhere.
You're talking about the anti-Semitism?
Well, all of it, you know, it's in there somewhere.
You know, maybe just vodka doesn't agree with him or something.
Right,
you know what I
mean? You know how I get when I drink vodka.
Yeah, I'm a totally different person when I drink vodka.
That's
listen to the voicemails.
the old drunkard's excuse. Oh man, that's not who I am. The way I am when I drink is not who I am whenever I'm sober. No, it is. It is. It's in there. You know.
I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time. I mean, I've had like rage drunk once in my life, one time.
Yeah.
And it was on a podcast.
Yeah.
But it was like it was on the Patreon and we didn't release it, thank God.
Yeah.
But I got very angry drunk drinking vodka.
Right.
I'm like really embarrassingly angry drunk.
Yeah.
And I cried and it was bad, dude. It was bad. Yeah. And that's not me. I'm not a rage-filled person. So I think sometimes it heightens your emotions, but you probably don't say things you don't believe unless you're just trying to be mean, right?
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Is it is a lubricant. You know, you like I don't think that out of nowhere you're gonna say some terrible things that you didn't already previously think. You just don't say them because you're in a more sober mind. You know?
Generally, I do agree with you. I think there are probably times, you know, when it's but. Mel's had more than one situation, so Mel probably believes those things, you know.
But I approve of self-financing the podcast. That way, we reap all of the residuals. We don't have to pay, you know.
Yeah,
that money's going straight in our pocket.
Tail, also a snake shitting its tail out, right?
Yeah, it's right in our pockets. Oh, speaking of animals shitting.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I have
I can't
3
wait
cats.
for this.
There are 3 cats that live in my house currently, and I love them all dearly. Big cat guy over here. I like dogs. I like dags. Given my druthers, I prefer a cat. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, it's not, his tail's not long enough to make it onto the thing. He's mad at me for pulling his tail right now.
But we have 3 cats.
Yeah.
And generally very well behaved cats. However, one of the cats keeps pooping on the floor.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
And we have a litter box that's like kind of high. And I hate to judge our chunky cat.
Storm?
Without evidence.
Our girl Storm is doing this?
I have to think that it's Storm.
She's too fat to fucking... so you don't know which one it is.
I don't know.
Assuming it's Storm.
I would hate to... I hate to slander her, but it seems like she would have the hardest time getting in this litter box. So, then we got a second litter box, because I read that you're supposed to have a litter box per the amount of cats you have, plus a spare litter box, and that's way too many.
That's too many.
I'm not having 4 litter boxes in the
That's
house.
too many litter boxes. Yeah, you got a litter
That's
box per
madness.
room in your house. Yeah.
Yeah, madness. 2 litter boxes, not madness. I like the idea of 2. 2 seems like a pretty decent situation. And the new one is low to the ground. It's like a Maserati. You know, there's
Two's
not a
company.
lot.
It's sleek, right?
Yeah. And I was like, this will surely solve the poop on the floor problem, because even if it is Storm, now she can definitely get in this litter box. No more problems. Guess what?
It's an ADA compatible, compliant
Yeah.
litter box.
Yeah.
You got a ramp for your litter box for your fat ass cat.
Guess what?
She's still shitting on the floor. Yeah.
Well, somebody is. Again, I've not caught the cat in the act.
What if it's one of your wife's sons?
That's I'll have to start marking the days to see. Yeah. No,
if the sons are there every time.
What if it's me?
Honey, I think it's one of your sons.
I have like night terror poops that I don't remember.
That's something you got to be sure about if you're gonna bring it up. I think your sons are shitting on the floor when there's 3 cats in the house. Yeah, if you're wrong about that one, that's divorce.
Right next to the litter box too. And so it's like,
is there? Okay, can I ask you? Is it? Oh, you got to know this. It is untouched poop. There's not like litter on it or litter on the ground next to it.
No. I mean, so I
they're
guess
not, because I've had cats poop and then fling it out of the box because they're jerks.
Right. I guess it's possible that it's that, or I thought like maybe the cat is over the edge and doesn't realize.
That happens too. So if they're big fuckers, so that's probably also Storm. I hate to fat shame your cat, but if when that cat's running into you, yell, "Oh, there's a storm a coming!"
It's a brewing for sure.
That's what I do. But a lot of times they get in the litter box because they're stupid assholes. They get in the litter box and they squat and they don't realize that their butt is hanging out over the outside of the litter box.
Yeah,
is it close enough to the litter box for that to be the case?
I think so. I just and I'm not mad. Well, I'm not
We're
mad.
Set up cameras.
It's more annoyance than anything else. Where like I'm getting ready to leave in the morning and I just check the litter boxes because the litter box is my one of my jobs to take care of. And I'll look around the corner. It'll just be on the floor, and it's not. I guess the one saving grace is that it's not like messy poop. It's like it's
together.
Solid. Yeah, it's like solid poop. And so still not ideal. I would still rather it be in the litter box. That's what it's made for, It's
at least on like linoleum or tile, right?
Yeah. It's not on the carpet.
The carpet's that's a game changer. Yeah, that's a problem.
That's rough all over.
I accidentally bought my litter boxes, and this isn't going to be poop talk the podcast, okay? But my litter box is pellets instead of the actual
like
crumbly
sand?
pebble shit. Yeah, like the sand. I say crumbly pebble shit. It's very clear sand.
If only there were a more succinct description possible.
It's been a long day. But under it is like a puppy pad, for the pee-pee,
Oh, yeah.
So I accidentally bought scented pads one time. Oh, when I tell you that Hobbs was not too happy about the scented pads.
He's not thrilled, no.
He peed on the carpet like 3 different times. Thankfully, and I appreciate the guy, he did it in the same exact spot all 3 times. So I just got little tiny caution tape. And I cordoned it off, but so I cleaned it up, and it's a nightmare, bro. You try to soak that shit out of the carpet, it's never ending. It's like Mary Poppins' purse, right?
Yeah, you don't think that your cat can have that much pee inside.
It just keeps coming out of that one spot, Yeah. And then so then I would just like put something there so he can't pee on it, because he's like, I'm not going to pee on that shoe, I don't want to pee on the carpet under it.
Right. I want to definitely make sure that Andrew doesn't get his security deposit back.
Oh, dude, I was so mad. I was like, dude, I can't have you doing this. Just moved in, can't have this problem. I can't have my place smelling like this. I literally had conversations with him with his cute face just staring back at me.
Yeah.
And I switched to switch back to unscented. Never a problem again. These guys they just don't like when something changes.
They're the smallest thing. Yeah. Well, because one of the other cats, a sweetheart, like the nicest cat in the world. But whenever we were moving and we were trying to put her in one of the crates to move her, no go. Does not want to go in that crate.
Oh yeah,
like
dude.
I had to put on like a long sleeve shirt and oven mittens and like just grab the cat and fucking throw it in the thing, because like trying to negotiate with the cat, there's no way to do it. I'm trying to tell it like, we're gonna get to the new house, you're gonna love it. And then for like 3 days she was just an asshole to everybody. When we moved into the new house, any one of the other cats that went by her just straight up boxed him right in the face.
By far the best, the thing that dogs have over cats is mobility. What is it? There's another word for that. Portability. They're portable.
Sure.
Yeah. You can take. I can't take my cat to the park. I know some people can, but like my cat would be a nightmare at the park. I can't put my cat in the car. He loses his mind and shits in the carrier. I can't do anything with him other than keep him right here in this apartment.
Right.
And he like sits outside and he tries to get outside. So I'll pick him up and I'll walk him outside and holding him. And like I get like 6 steps out. He's like, no. And his legs start like running in air. Like he wants to get back inside.
Too many smells. Too many new smells.
I just wish they were portable.
Yeah.
If cats were portable, the game would be over.
The other downside is I used to have a dog that I loved. Oh, my favorite dog. Half beagle, half basset hound, named Lucy.
Oh, Lucy.
Sweetheart of a dog.
She's currently in the sky with diamonds, but we loved her when she was here.
But when she was an inside dog, she was a hound dog, and they like to pee on stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're crying all the time.
Well, if she were outside, she's heartbroken. Like,
did you ever catch a rabbit?
Couldn't. No, but she was a friend of mine. She was, we thought she caught a skunk one time, and then I had to like tie her to a tree, old Yeller style, for a while to make sure she didn't have rabies.
Turns out she's just really high.
Yeah, she was. But they pee all over the place, and then they like whenever she was inside, I discouraged the peeing, and that she's not into that. So then she would find like secret locations to pee. And I'd be like walking through the living room, and all of a sudden I'd step in like a warm puddle.
Oh yeah.
I'd just be like, God damn it.
It's the worst thing. Your house is filled with landmines. Anyway, let's get off poo pee pee conversation.
Yeah. Cat and dog related. But yes, if you could take a cat anywhere without it becoming a literal Hellcat, best pet there ever was.
Yeah, good luck. If they just act like cats where you go, they're little curious things, you can go, hey, and they walk over there.
Yeah.
My cat knows its name. I swear to God, he knows its name. He does not care.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a rip if I call his name when he's not interested in acknowledging me.
Yeah.
Is he in the room? No, he's not in the room. I was going to demonstrate for the video listeners.
Yeah. This would be the one time that it worked too, because he knows.
He'd come straight up to me.
Yeah, he'd do the opposite.
My other cat, Houdini, when I'd go Houdini, and he'd walk to me no matter what he was doing. He could be fucking bullying a little gopher outside. And he'd be like, all right, I guess I got to go inside. You got lucky,
Yeah.
This one doesn't care. Doesn't care at all. So, Dusty.
Yeah.
I had a fast food experience today.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an experience. I went somewhere I hadn't gone in probably over a decade. I would bet money that it's been over a decade that I haven't been at this place.
Okay. So continue your story, but try not to tell me the name of the place because I'd like to guess.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody who's out of state, and they were like talking about where they live, and they were like, we don't even have a blank here.
Mm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to blank and take a picture of my receipt to petty make fun of this person.
Yeah,
And
we
I did.
definitely we have a blank here for sure.
Yeah, I just casually accidentally passed one today.
Yeah.
It was a shithole, dog. But I passed one today.
Okay.
Do you want any like other clues? Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, having known you and been with you, I'm going
Yeah.
to disqualify McDonald's, In and
Mm-hmm.
Out,
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell,
Mm-hmm.
Del Taco, and possibly Carl's Jr.,
Yeah.
which it is leaves very few.
You also know I've been to Jack recently and
Yes,
Arby's.
and Arby's and
Okay.
A&W in the amount of time that I've known you.
Yes.
So on the list, the first one that jumps out is Wendy's.
Okay.
Might have been a long time since you've been to a Wendy's.
Do you want me to tell you?
Tell me if it's Wendy's.
It's not Wendy's.
Okay.
I don't know how
What
long it's been since I've had Wendy's, but I think it's been less time since I've had Wendy's.
is this restaurant known primarily for burgers or chicken?
This might give it away, but
Okay.
I believe this place to be known more than anything for their drinks.
For their drinks.
Yeah, that's a weird one, huh?
Okay. Well, the
And
only other
they have an A&W style menu.
okay, so you're either going to a Dairy Queen
Mm-hmm.
or Sonic. You're going to
Oh,
Sonic.
I went to Sonic today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So the person was like, "Yeah, we don't even have a Sonic here," and I was like, "So I was gonna take a picture of the Sonic and not go to the Sonic,
Right.
but the angle that I had of the sign, that whole side of the sign was gone."
An insufficient. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to the Sonic." I haven't been to a Sonic in a while. Could be good for the podcast. So they have the like drive up places, right?
Yeah.
And then they have the drive through. The drive through was a wasteland, bro. It was gross, but I went.
Okay.
Not and once again, I get to the place, the window where you not the window, the speaker where you're talking to the person. You wouldn't know you're at a Sonic unless you were familiar with this menu. There's not a logo anywhere, and you can see the sign from there, but this side of the sign's gone. So
it's actually Sonic. SU and IC.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the knock. I wish it was. I wish it was some knockoff thing that wasn't like a giant American chain, because this was embarrassing. How bad
non-affiliated. Yeah.
It was dirty everywhere. It looked like literally when I was almost to the before I could see the menus, I was almost to the speaker. I was like, do they even use this drive-thru anymore? Like it was done. Simon.
Right.
So looked at the menu, didn't want to get a chili cheese dog.
No, destroy you. You'd be done.
Yeah, and I like Wiener Schnitzel. I'm kind of a one dog guy. I'm a very loyal man, you know. Wiener Schnitzel way better than Sonic, by the way. I don't like the drinks.
I'm going to save my critique of Sonic for the end of your story, but go ahead. Yes.
So I had to get a burger and fries.
Yeah.
I should have gotten literally fucking anything else, but I had to get a burger and fries.
Well, you're sort of boxed in a corner. Burger and fries is kind of a majority of the menu, if I remember right.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like
it's supposed to be like diner food or whatever.
Yeah, but if you look at like if you watch like any review situation, to really get, you got to get something classic somewhere, unless they have something that's super famous. You know what I mean?
Right.
They had nacho tots, which I should have probably given a shot. But I see on the menu a few burgers. My eyes land on one that I knew had to be the one that I had to get, but I knew this was going to be an experience. So Sonic has a garlic butter bacon cheeseburger.
Ooh. I mean, on the face of it, sounds delicious. It
I
sounds like a
love garlic butter.
Yeah, it sounds like a buttery Jack from the Superior Jack in the Box.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I love garlic butter. I love bacon. I love cheeseburgers. You know, it's also got, I believe it's got, yeah, it's got grilled, like fried onions on it.
Okay.
Okay. So we got
We
cheese.
talking
We got patty.
an aioli situation?
It's, I think, I don't know. It's some white garlic butter shit.
Sure.
But so on my way home, or on my way to the office, because before I got it on the way to the office, I eat a couple fries.
Did you
I
get the
notice.
fries a la carte
Oh, I got
or like
medium
not?
fry. Just
Okay,
medium fry.
but not
Do they have
like or like not special. Like there's nothing they didn't church them
straight up
up at all.
straight up medium French fry? I probably should have churched them up. I think I'm learning. You got to church them up at Sonic. You got to hide
a little
something.
treat. That's why they put shit on all of their stuff.
Sonic is the treat stop. You know what I mean? So, the fries were, you know, when you get those weird fries that are like crusty, like there's like, you'll be eating fries and then one of them is like, it's like almost like,
You got like extra fried.
yeah,
like
it's hard to,
yeah.
Exactly. Maybe it like sat there for like an extra round.
Yeah.
Or it was a straggler from the last one. And it's not like horrible, but it's like almost like, it's not potato anymore, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, like
so
all the fries are sort of a translucent color, and this one's like extra brown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like half of them were those. And they tasted like fish. I got to see on Sonic's.
Oh, I bet they have a fish sandwich for sure. Can I get a fish sandwich?
Yeah, they had to have. Yeah, they do have a fish sandwich. Which, what the fuck are we doing, man? This is the fall of Western civilization. Is Sonic, but so the fries were ass, certified ass. I think I got a medium fry. Still ate all of them. They're French fries.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
French fry, still decent.
It's better than the best fish sandwich. Okay. Get a fast food fish sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm like bummed out about the fries, and I'm like, all right, before I get to the office, I want to try this burger. It's a mistake. I hand hits the thing in the hand hits the wrapper inside the bag. Hand is covered in garlic butter.
I was gonna say wet. Probably.
Oh, dude, it is the wettest burger I ever had in my entire life. But for some reason, nevertheless, she persisted. Yeah. I pull this fucking burger out of the bag. I should have kept it in the bag, Dusty.
Yeah.
I open the burger up. I laugh because this burger is wet. This whole burger is wet. It is covered in butter. This is a butter burger. Take a bite of the burger. First bite. Tastes pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie.
Look, drowned in garlic butter.
It's garlic butter.
Certainly has its downside, but that's like way later downsides.
It's a shit dog cheeseburger covered in garlic butter. I'll take a shit dog cheeseburger. Listen, I'll take some garlic butter on top of that. Yeah. It tasted like you ever get Crazy Crust at Little Caesars?
Oh yeah.
Every once in a while they overdo the Crazy Crust and it tastes like shit, but when they nail the Crazy Crust.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It tasted like Crazy Crust. I took the bite. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'm covered in butter. It's on my face. It's on my fucking hands. It's everywhere.
Well, and as we've established, you're like a clean eater. You don't like stuff on you when you eat.
I always get napkins. I almost never use them because I don't get anything on me.
You pride yourself on your ability to eat anything and get nothing on you.
Yeah. Because it's a strategic thing. The worst thing though, and this is big with garlic and big with butter. Both things. When you have it on your face and you can't get rid of the smell and you just smell butter. Oh fuck, dude. Yeah. I might as well go back to bed when that happens. But so I wrap it up as fast as I can. I'm like, I can't believe this. Put it in the bag. I find the napkins. I destroy the napkins, getting all this shit off me, rubbing my face, and I'm just like kind of having anxiety all the way back to the office because I'm just covered in butter.
Yeah,
I don't want to touch anything.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm contaminated everywhere. Like it's like glitter. It's gonna get everywhere. Yeah. So almost like maybe a mile out away from the office. I look down. There are 2 butter dots
Oh,
on my pants.
oh no.
These are my nice jeans. These
Yeah.
are jeans I planned on wearing tomorrow. I have a couple big things to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're appearance jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I'm making an appearance, I wear these jeans.
Yeah. Huge L on the on the jeans.
Yeah, and it's in like it's in the pee spot, Dusty. It looks like it's you can't tell it's not pee. So I've got 2 prominent dots on my crotch, and those spots smell like garlic butter.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of
Speaking
it.
of dogs, any new dog you meet, immediately going to be your best friend.
They're just gonna bite me in the crotch.
Yeah.
So then I get to
what happened, sir? Well,
well,
time.
somebody I know said they couldn't go to Sonic, so I wanted to rub it in their face. That's the first domino.
Yeah.
There's that meme with the dominoes.
Yep.
It's the guy pushing the first domino. It says, "Person tells me they don't have access to Sonic." And the last domino is dog bites me in the nuts.
you have to play 4D chess to see how these two things connect. But I assure you, it's like the movie to movie game. You have to guess how it ends up. All I've given you are the beginning and the end clue, and you have to put it together.
It's a disaster. So I get to the office, and I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this. There's no way I'm going to enjoy this entire burger, even though first bite was pretty good. First bite, by far the best bite of this burger. The cheese was like room temperature.
Yeah.
Not a melt in sight. I don't know if it's capable of being melted. The bacon was fucking... Dude, this is dark. This was dark, Dusty. I think the first bite was the one with the most garlic butter, because I think when I took the bite, apparently half the garlic butter dripped in 2 separate drops on my pants.
Yeah.
This was not a big burger. This is like the size of a little bigger than a McDonald's. It's bigger than a McDonald's burger. It's like a single patty Wendy's burger.
Okay.
Like that size.
Yeah.
I ate maybe 3/4 of it, something like that. I usually I'm gonna throw those down. I'll eat it 3 by 3. Oh, this is the worst part about it. There's an In-N-Out across the street from this Sonic, Dusty.
Well, that's the universe knew. You're trying to take a mistress with this Sonic adventure, right? Like the perfect partner sitting right there, the one that you love, and you're just out here having a tawdry affair with the Sonic burger just because you can.
She's got blue drinks.
Yeah, Sonic will do anything for you.
The fucking drive-through whore down the street. So yeah, I felt sick for like 4 hours after eating this burger.
I don't care for Sonic at all, and I'm pretty lax, in my in my descriptions of if I have to, I would eat at a Sonic, but I will never go to Sonic on purpose. I don't know why. If you don't love cherry limeade, you would ever go to Sonic, because none of their food is good. Foster's Freeze, way better. Dairy Queen, way better. The only thing they have is the cherry limeade with the really good ice. And if you can't drink cherry limeade, or you don't want to, all of their Wiener Schnitzel is the better version of what Sonic sort of does.
A&W.
And A&W, yeah.
Look at this grilled cheese sandwich, Dusty. That's embarrassing.
Well, and In-N-Out has a grilled cheese sandwich that's pretty good. I've had it.
Of course it is. It's In-N-Out. Yeah. They don't do anything bad.
I could probably get tricked based on these pictures to eat something from Sonic. I bet I would order that pulled pork barbecue cheeseburger, and then I would feel terrible the
God,
rest of the day.
that looks like ass though. It's got pulled pork,
Yeah.
a burger patty, cheese, and pickles.
Yeah.
Barbecue. It
Look.
is white trash.
Yeah,
Sonic is white trash.
and
And I can
I
say that because
yeah,
I'm white.
this is coming from, like, I will defend the honor of Long John Silver's, and even I don't eat at Sonic. You know,
What the hell are buffalo chicken dip bites? Juicy chicken, buffalo sauce, and melty cheddar cheese blended together and then stuffed and fried in a crispy golden brown wrapper.
nope, gross. I'm telling you, every dirtball thing that you can get from Sonic, there's a better version of it at Jack in the Box. Like, I know you make fun of me for going to Jack in the Box to get egg rolls. The egg rolls from Jack in the Box are delicious.
Yeah.
So,
uh,
the
listen, I would rather go get the egg rolls at Jack in the Box than get anything from Sonic ever again. Ocean water, what is this?
this is what I'm saying.
A sweet and refreshing. It's sweet and refreshing with a hint of blue coconut flavor. What is blue coconut? They act like this is like some fucking exotic flavor that we all yearn for. Like we have it built into our DNA that we know what blue tastes like.
It's blue coconut flavor, so it's not even like an actual coconut flavor. You know, it's blue coconut flavor.
A medium.
Oh, you know,
a medium has 52 grams of sugar.
Well, and it's got Sprite and something else in it.
God.
Oh, ice. That's it. Sprite, blue coconut flavor, and ice is what I'm paying for.
Yeah, you get blue coconut flavor, Sprite, and ice. For if you get the 44 ounce, that's a cool 106 grams of sugar.
So I'm drinking blue Sprite is all I'm doing, with a hint of coconut, I guess.
Where's this extra carb coming from? Because it's 107 grams of carbs. You're just assuming there's they just assume that there's fucking ants in it.
Yeah, there's
ants, we find out the ants are more carbs than protein.
Or that bug that always flies around if you drink a Coke by the lake. It's not like a bee, like specifically. Yeah, I don't like. I guess the drinks are fine, but I don't go to a fast food place. Like, I would never eat a bad food to have like a decent drink. I'll just drink soda if I want something sweet.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's soda tastes good. For most people, soda tastes good. It is a small. By the way, that garlic butter bacon cheeseburger. I told you not a very big burger, right?
Yeah.
Not a very big burger. 920 calories.
It's because they dip it in that aioli butter, dude.
Yeah, it's covered in garlic butter.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, the NFC Championship game was on, and sometimes I like to give in to my lesser angels, and I like eating pizza while I watch football. Like, if there's a day of football, and I'm like,
I have a pizza story too. I just realized. Go ahead. Fuck.
And I'll be like, okay, this is a day. Order some pizza, watch football. That's about the most American thing that you can do.
Yeah,
but it's my fault. I was trying to get one up on the man, I guess. So I see a lot of commercials for Domino's Pizza.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, Domino's Pizza. The thing I love about Domino's is all of their commercials are like, hey, for years, we've been really shitty. Domino's is sorry. Please come back and try our new recipes where we'll make our pizza dirt cheap. Our pizza is cheaper than Little Caesars pizza.
It's like they got Gordon Ramsay. Is it cheaper than Little Caesars?
It's about the same.
It's down there? I didn't know it was the same. All right.
You can get 2 large pizzas for $6.99 a piece.
Oh, a piece.
Yeah.
I was like,
but
fuck, dude. So we're talking fucking $3.50 a pizza, bro? $3.50 a pie?
But $6.99 for a 2-topping pizza. That is
okay.
So that's okay. Look, I'll take you up on that deal.
The hot and
And
ready's only 150. I mean, only
one
one topping.
yeah. So I was like, okay, and I haven't ordered Domino's since I've lived in Fresno. And I just looked up
Mm-hmm.
the nearest Domino's and I ordered it. This Domino's is like I don't want to over exaggerate. It looks like East LA where this Domino's is. And I was like, "Oh no." Cuz it's like there's a Goodwill and then there's like a burned out AutoZone and then there's this Domino's.
That's gun store, liquor store, gun store. Where are you taking me?
Yeah. And I get out of the Domino, I get out of my car, and there's a discarded pizza in the parking lot that, like, I don't know that they're seagulls, but you know the big ass white birds that sometimes live around here that look like seagulls? There's a horde of them bitches, and they're just attacking this pizza. And it's just in the and no one is not a single person's trying to stop this. These seagulls own this Domino's now.
Yeah. They the people who own that Domino's probably pay that what do they call it? Pay what do you pay the mafia? It's not tax, is it?
Protection money, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what the actual term for it is.
But like, so I go in there, and there's just a bunch of people because it's football day. So I'm not the only person who's ever put together that you could eat pizza and watch football at the same time. And the Domino's has a little thing in the corner that has the name of the customer and how far along their pizza is in the process.
Oh yeah.
And I ordered the food, then I waited like 20 minutes and I was like, okay, by the time I drive there, it's telling me on my phone that the food should be ready. I get there, it's not even in the oven, according to this app. And there's like 3 people ahead of me, and there's a guy yelling because he's been waiting an hour for his order, and like it's like the Mad Max of pizza places.
This is the second time in a month. Because remember your brisket? What was the sandwich that you got hosed on?
Oh yeah, well they just didn't have the food I ordered after like an hour, and so in this case, at least eventually I got my pizza. But and I have to tell you, like in the end, pretty decent pizza. Like I don't,
Okay.
what do I want from pizza? Like it tasted fine. I got a pepperoni and sausage, and then I got a pepperoni with extra cheese. And it was like fine. It wasn't great pizza by any stretch, but it was like I'm not mad. I paid $7 for this pizza. I will never go back to that Domino's,
Damn.
in day or night. But
yeah,
it was a fine experience. That's
okay.
They didn't win me back as a customer.
That would have been funny if one of those big birds like did one of these and tried to make you flinch as you were walking.
Yeah,
in.
well, that's how they get the pizza on the ground.
Yeah.
Either that or they show me the switchblade knife they have that's illegal in California.
I have a. So I told you that I've been getting free Papa John's pizzas.
Yeah, you're running a racket.
I run a racket. So I'm not going to tell everybody how I'm doing this. It's not illegal.
No, it's just
but I have
amoral.
like 12 free Papa John's pizzas.
Yeah.
So I got like my third or fourth one. I think it's my third one on like Friday of last week. And actually, well, it doesn't matter what day it was. It was last week.
Sure.
And so excited for this pizza. I was like tired. I was ready to just munch on some pizza and kick it and have a good time.
Right.
And so this Papa John's is not very it's not very far from my house. It's like 10-15 minutes from my house, which is a trek. I'm from Porterville. And I can get it for free delivered, but I'm outside of their delivery radius because every place only delivers for like a mile and a half now for some reason.
Huh.
So I order it, drive my ass all the way over there, upgraded to an XL this time.
Oh.
So I'm getting free 6 topping larges. Okay.
God damn.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm only getting pepperoni. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
being a nice guy about
Right,
this.
right. You're not. If you're stealing the pizza, you're at least stealing the minimal pizza. One time you got to blow it out, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
everything, but I don't know after this. So I I upgrade to extra large for $3.
Sure.
Okay, I also bought an extra. They have garlic butter sauce. I ordered extra that.
Yeah.
With tax, we're talking $9 for an extra large pizza and extra stuff. Okay,
Yeah. Generous of you to give
try
the
yeah.
to
I
give
want to
Papa
give him some
John's.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw Papa John. He said the N word. I'm gonna steal as many pizzas as I can from him.
It's
But
true.
so I drive all the way across. I get the pizza. I'm on my way home. I start eating this pizza because you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna wait until you get home to eat the
Right.
pizza. This pizza is awful. Awful. The first two that I had were fine. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad. I ate the whole thing. Not in one sitting, but I ate the whole thing. I literally don't know what was wrong with it. Like, I think it might have been like the dough was undercooked, or I couldn't put my finger on what was so bad about this pizza. It was horrible though. Like,
Really?
there was I like gagged.
Huh.
And like, so I ate like, because I kept going, this is just in my head, and I just kept eating. And so I ate like almost an entire slice. And I got home and I was like mad. I'm like cussing, like angry, because I just wanted to eat the pizza, but there's no way I'm finishing this pizza.
Right.
And it's like my car smells like it now, and now my house smells like it. And I put it in the fridge, and every time I open the fridge, I smell the pizza, because I put it in the fridge because I'm like, maybe I'll get over this. Maybe I'll give it another chance. Maybe it just got in my head or something like that. The next day, threw away a full extra large pizza
Yeah.
in the dumpster.
It sounds like you had no alternative but
No,
to
I couldn't do
throw.
it.
No. Well, interestingly enough, a couple days ago, Sarah starts making dinner, and I'm in the living room, and I hear her go, "Oh God," and I'm like, "What happened?" And she goes, "Can you come in here?" And I go in the kitchen, and she goes, "Tell me if you think this meat smells bad." Because she's like, I checked the package. It's not due to expire for like another 6 or 7 days. And I don't know, like, we couldn't agree that it smelled like the same thing, but whatever it was, this turkey meat was rotten. It smelled like BO to me, but
Oh
it was
Jesus.
just, it was terrible, dude. And I was like, because I don't really know. I always think it's in my head, but I don't eat, like, I know you can. I don't eat anything that's when the expiration date says that it expired. I'm like, no, oh, I fucking missed it. Like, sorry. Especially meat. One day, sorry, dude, you're out. I'm not here for
my
it.
sister my sister refused to give something to her daughter because it expired the following day. And I'm like, Alyssa, that number's kind of arbitrary. Like, you're fine.
Well, I with like dry goods, I don't really care. Like, I've eaten rice that said it was expired or whatever, or past the expiration date. But like meat, I just don't fuck around. Like,
for me with meat, if it's not, I think it depends on my mood, but if it's not like 4 or 5 days past, if it's like 3 or less, and it passes the look and smell test,
yeah,
I'll eat that shit. You know what I mean? No.
yeah, but like especially poultry, and it's not like this was a guess. This shit smelled terrible to both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh yeah, you get rid of that. Yeah.
Like, I've eaten enough turkey and like cooked it up to where I know what turkey smells like. This is not how turkey's supposed to smell. And I was just like, well, no, we gotta throw this guy out. And I like threw the trash away immediately because like the BO smell.
Oh yeah, you don't want to leave that in there. Yeah,
permeated the whole house. No, thank you. And we couldn't figure out what the reason was. Maybe it was misprinted or it got put somewhere weird in the refrigerator. I don't know, but it was gross, and I'm not a fan.
I went to Vaughn's the other day, and I bought cabbage, and I was gonna make a soup. I made a soup.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I bought was cabbage, and I also bought like dates because I like dates.
Right. You like dates?
Medjool dates. I do like dates. They keep me regular, you know? No,
Yeah,
that's not why I get
important
them.
for
I
you.
just like them.
Yeah.
They're calorically dense and they taste good, in my opinion. But the dates were rotten. I opened
Oh,
the package. They're fucking bad.
yeah.
They've been at my house for 3 minutes. They were gross. And the cabbage was old. Like, it was weird yellow cabbage. I still put it in the soup because this is my problem. I was like, okay, I feel like this cabbage isn't good. And then I Googled like what to look for when cabbage isn't good. And it was like, it said a bunch of things that didn't apply to this cabbage.
Yeah.
This cabbage had none of those. This is just an ugly, weird cabbage. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm ugly and weird.
But I'm
Actually,
also nice, you know?
yeah,
I'm
you know, so I'm fun to hang out with.
yeah.
So I used it and sure didn't taste good.
Bad cabbage.
Dude, I spent like an hour because I didn't want to throw the whole soup away. I spent like an hour just picking this cabbage out of this soup.
What?
And boy, was it
Also,
shredded.
You're putting other stuff in the soup, right? It's not a like Charlie Bucket only cabbage soup situation.
I'm tired of cabbage water.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's a cornucopia. It's got white beans. It's got
Andrew's
carrots,
favorite beans.
onions. Oh yeah, the best beans, the right beans. Vegetable broth, roasted tomatoes. There's a lot of stuff in this. It's very good, except for the cabbage.
Okay. Well, I want to move to the thing that we talked about, but part of it is the story that I want to tell. I don't know what's been going on with my brain lately, Andrew, but last weekend I wanted to go to the movies. Shocked to everyone. I love going to the movies. But the time that I showed up for the movie, there was no movie. I missed the time. Like, I don't know why I thought it started at 10:30 or whatever, but it started at 10:10
a.m.
Yeah.
It's too early to go to the movies, Dusty.
Oh, tomorrow I'm going to the movies at 10:45. I'm hitting the movies. I hit them early so I can see as many movies as I possibly can because I like going to the movies. But like, there's nothing more embarrassing because the people at this movie theater, they know my face because I'm there a lot. And I go up to the window confident. I hate, it's like the drive-through. I hate when I go to the movie stand and the people are there and they're like, "Oh, what movie do we want to see? What's playing? What time is it playing?" The internet exists, dog. Look before you get there.
You want people to know.
It's not like the movie's forcing itself on you. You go to the movie because you want to. You show up, you don't know what movie you want to see. That's amateur hour. I'm not. That's clown show shit.
What if they're being cute and spontaneous, Dusty?
You have the internet in your pocket.
I know that's not as spontaneous, bro.
Oh, fuck that. Know what you're doing. Get out of my face. But I'm that way about everything, or I try to be, which is part of this story. But I get there and I stride up all confident, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get Argyle for one at 10:30?" And the lady is like, "I don't have one for 10:30." And I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "There's no showing at 10:30." And I was like, "Oh, huh." And so I'm like, she's like, "The only thing starting is some movie I don't want to see in like 10 minutes."
You've got your hand on your. I assume you like slapped your money on the counter.
Well, I have
your hand. You got your hand on your money.
I have my app open for them to scan my endless movie pass. You know, I'm ready to go. And so I'm like, well, shit. So I look at the times and I'm like, why did I think that this movie started now? Because it doesn't even start near right now.
You're just frozen. This lady.
Well, no, I moved to the right.
Like, what?
Yeah, but can it start now? Because I'm here now. I'd like to watch it now, please. No, I move out of the way so the next patrons can see their movie, could order their movie because I'm not an asshole. But I'm like, okay, well, now I have like 2 hours before the movie that I want to see starts. What am I going to do? And I've heard tell in Fresno of the best barbecue place called Texas Mega Barbecue.
What? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
That is owned by Japanese people. That is
Um,
100%.
and they're not on like DoorDash or anything, and they're only open like Thursday to Sunday, and at like weird times. And if they sell out, they're just out. So I'm
Oh,
like,
it's Mega Texas
or Mega
Barbecue.
Texas Barbecue, yeah. So I'm
Strike that,
like,
reverse it. Yeah.
like, oh, well, maybe I'll go try this place because I haven't had the chance, and now I have an opportunity. I have time to kill. I don't have anything else to do. So I Google how to get there, and I start driving. And again, not to besmirch the Mega Texas Barbecue, but I'm driving into the ghetto. But I'm happy about this because for a restaurant like this, it seems like being in the ghetto is better. It lends authenticity to the food.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of times you don't the not the best neighborhoods produce a lot of the best barbecue.
yeah, and
Mexican
so
restaurants too.
and I'm like, okay, sweet. This seems like a place that you have to know about to go to it. You know, like a hidden gem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I go and I'm looking at the menu because again, I want to know what I'm going to order by the time I get up there, and the place is hopping. Another good sign, you know.
Oh yeah.
And while I'm in there, 4 CHP officers, California Highway Patrol guys, come in to order their lunch, and I'm like, another winning sign. If this is the spot that police come to, and like firefighters and stuff like that, those dudes know all the spots.
I know you
So
love your first responders, Dusty. I appreciate
look,
that.
they're true heroes.
Back to blue.
Yeah. But so I'm looking over the menu, and there's like everything that you could want from a barbecue joint. So I
Yeah.
decided to get the one meat plate with tri-tip. You get 2 sides. So I got green chili mac and cheese and brisket chili beans, and then you get bread. You get like 2 rolls.
Brisket chili beans, huh?
Yeah, and then I got a hot link for like $4.
Okay.
So, and when I tell you, this might be the best barbecue place I've ever eaten at.
Dude, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to, like, if you had eventually said it was ass. I'm looking at pictures of this stuff. This food looks awesome.
Yeah. If you come to Fresno for something and like we have time to go eat, this is the place I will take you because
Really?
it is the place, like it's that good.
They've got these things called chicken lollipops. Did you see those?
Yeah, they're like I didn't have it because you can't order it as part of your main thing.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking of going back tomorrow. I'm just like I've been thinking about it all week. That's how much.
Listen, if
I've been.
I got a full day tomorrow, I'd be driving to fucking Fresno to hang out and
Yeah.
go to Mega Texas Barbecue.
It was so good, but I had a mishap because the guy in front of me ordered, and his name was Jesse. So you want to guess what happened? For those who don't know, my actual name is Dusty. That's the name I give everybody whenever I go to places, even though I've had very little success. Next time I might try the ribs because the ribs also look delicious.
There's a lollipop.
That's your chicken lollipop, yeah.
Yeah, that looks fucking awesome. Oh my god, this place,
dude! It used to be in a gas station. It was like the best barbecue in Fresno, and it was out of a gas station. And now they have their own like spot.
Those look like bacon wrapped chicken lollipops.
Yeah. But
listen, I've shit on barbecue multiple times on this podcast.
Yeah.
I want barbecue after seeing these pictures.
So they go order for Justy. For Jesse, but I only hear the St part at the end. And so I go up and I'm grabbing my food, what I think is my food, and I throw, the plastic utensils in the bag, and then I'm getting ready to bounce, and then I hear order for Dusty very clearly. And I'm like, oh fuck. And so I turn, and the guy that was in front of me, I was like, are you Jesse? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I have your food. I'm so sorry. And then I handed it to, he was cool. Everybody was cool about it. But I forgot to get the utensils again for my food.
You
So
played yourself.
so I get in the
You just wanted
car.
to get out of there after the
Yeah.
awkward situation.
Well,
You just wanted to leave.
I want to break into these beans
Yeah, that's true.
and this mac and cheese.
Oh, and you're not going home. You're
And
killing time before you go back to the
I'm trying
movies.
to go back to the movies.
Yeah.
So I realize on my drive back to the movies, oh, I don't have utensils. Oh no. So
Yeah.
what can I do? So I'm like, oh, Taco Bell has utensils. There's one over here. I'll just run into that Taco Bell, grab some utensils, and I'll bounce. And I go into the Taco Bell, but because this Taco Bell is also in the ghetto, they don't leave their utensils out on the floor for any old person to just come and grab.
They've got him behind locked things like razor blades.
Yeah, so I have to go to the counter, and I'm like, well, I can't just go up here and ask these dudes for utensils. So I'll buy a drink because I didn't get a drink.
You could have been like, "Hey, I just got food from a different Taco Bell."
Right? Yeah, I got food from someplace good. I would like to use your utensils to eat that food if possible.
I bought food here yesterday, and I haven't eaten it yet. Can I have?
So I'm like, I'll buy a drink because I didn't get a drink from the barbecue place, and then while I'm getting my drink, I'll ask them for utensils. So I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, can I get a large Pepsi? And he's like, oh yeah. And so he gets the cup and he hands it to me, and I go to hand him my debit card, and he goes, no, you're fine. And I was like, what? And he's like, you can just have it. And so then I don't feel like I can also ask him for utensils.
You don't want to go. Can I also have a spoon?
Right.
He's gonna be like, what? You gonna ask for the keys to the place after that?
For your Pepsi, you need a spoon. And like, so his kindness inadvertently
screws you.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather pay so I can ask you for a second favor. The favor I'm actually in here for.
That's great.
So then I got the drink, and then I just drove home to eat because I was like, I don't know what else to do.
It broke your spirit.
Yeah, I was just like, I know for sure we have forks at my house. I'll just go there, I guess.
Your house is at your house too, so you can,
It was wild.
Oh,
but
that's so funny.
In the spirit of that, I texted you the other day because I would like to play a game where we pick. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this. What if you had to eat only 5 foods for the rest of your life? You can eat them in conjunction with each other in like a big meal sort of situation, or you could eat them individually. The thing is, you only have these 5 things to pick from. And we're trying to be as specific as possible. So like pizza is not off the table, but just pizza is off the table. It's a specific type of pizza or a specific type of pasta.
And are we doing... So this is one thing that I struggled with that I should have texted you. Are we doing... I'm trying to think of like an example of not something that I actually got. Oh, the way that I treated it is it's not full meals. It's not 5 different meals.
Right.
But it is 5 different, like, would count as an entree or you know what I mean? Like, you can have an omelet with ham and cheese in it, but you can't also have
the hash browns and
the hash browns and call it one thing.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm talking 5 foods. And however you want to do it. If it's all side dishes, that's fine. But you can only eat these 5 things.
Yeah.
Like forever. If tomorrow they were like, we'll give you $100 million, but you can only pick these 5 things to eat the rest of your life, what are you going to eat?
Yeah. This was hard. My list isn't like, I'm not 100% happy with my list. I've thought about it a lot. I've changed my list a lot. Yeah. I have 6 things written down. But I say we go back and forth on this one. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
So since it was my idea, why don't you start?
Okay. I wanted to make sure I had a main meat situation, like what meat do I want? Yeah. I started off with chicken, skin on chicken that's cooked on a barbecue.
Okay.
It's hard to beat that, especially if you're like, you go to like a Mexican family's party and the dad is
Yeah.
cooking chicken on the barbecue. I don't know. I got to figure out how they do it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Whoever's manning that grill at a backyard barbecue who's doing chicken, that is a confident man, because chicken is hard as fuck to cook. And
I'm terrified of it.
it's really hard to cook good on a grill. Like, and so yeah, but the dude that's doing that, that guy's nailing it. Even if that's that one thing that dude can cook, he's got it down to a science.
Yeah. So I changed my mind on that.
Okay.
I'm going a nice ribeye steak. I didn't write down the cut, but that's what I want. I want the ribeye. Filet is more tender. The filet mignon's more tender. It's not as flavorful. That's the thing about the filet mignon. I like the filet mignon. I'm not shitting on filet mignon, but if you want the real flavor mixed with the tenderness, I think the best cut of a steak is a ribeye. I'm going to get a ribeye. I'm going to get it medium rare. Don't you think about taking any fat off this steak. I want the big old fucking, the big old sea of fat, the wave of fat on the side of it. I want it just traditionally cooked. A little bit, just seasoned properly with salt and pepper.
Yeah.
I don't need a steak rub. I think steak rubs are made for bad meat. Salt and pepper, some butter, braise that shit in the thing, and cook it with some rosemary in there, and bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
I also think we're thinking of the very best version for us of whatever this food is.
Yeah,
right?
we want to talk about, like, because I'll talk about that specific thing later, because I had a very hard decision to make. But I actually made it pretty quickly, but there's a lot of options in the next.
The thing that brought on this thought experiment was the fact that I had tri-tip at this barbecue place. So on my list is number one is tri-tip medium, cooked the best way that you can with the little crispy ends, and the meat is just tender and delicious. I love tri-tip. I truly think that if given zero health concerns or money concerns, I could eat tri-tip every single day till I was dead. I love it. It's my favorite cut of beef.
Your favorite type of beef?
My favorite type. And there's a million things you can do to it. There's a million ways that you can cook it, if you cook it on a grill or in the oven or whatever. I've never had tri-tip and been disappointed that I had it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, especially I've had bad tri-tip before because you can make it really leathery, but it's very rare.
Yeah,
tri-tip is awesome. I really like it. Okay, that's good. So we both went with a big beef dish. I appreciate that.
We're backed by Big Beef secretly. This is a pro beef podcast.
It is what's for dinner.
Yeah.
So next I'm gonna go. Okay, so I had to get I had to get some veggies in here.
Yeah.
Or fruits and veggies. So we're gonna get a spinach salad.
Oh.
With raspberry vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Cucumbers, strawberries, and apples.
Okay. Nice.
And I normally go with something like sunflower seeds. On top of it for a little bit of a crunch, little saltiness, stuff like that. On this one, I'm going croutons. I almost never go croutons. But if I'm eating it for the rest of my life, I love me some bread. I need to maximize my access to bread in this scenario. Because I don't think I have my sixth thing is a bread thing, so it doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to mention it, but it doesn't count. So I'm getting my bread from the croutons in this salad.
Okay. I like that.
Spinach salad.
Refreshing is sort of like a spring sort of salad. I like that.
Yeah, refreshing. Yeah. It's not going to make me feel sick at all, but it's got nutrients in it. I can eat it pretty much anytime. You can have it in the morning. You can have it later on. One of my favorite salads in the world. I thought about throwing some mango on there, but I think I would have had to change the dressing. So I like raspberry vinaigrette. It's my favorite dressing. That's where we're going.
I'm going to go simple for my vegetable because I also thought about, can't be all meat all the time, and it pairs well with my first pick. I'm taking corn on the cob, but grilled like on a grill, like wrapped in
I
the
do like that quite a bit.
with butter.
You got butter on this thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
butter, garlic, salt, pepper, like
Okay.
wrapped in the foil, cooked on the grill. Uh, I I know that corn on the cob is not very like nutritionally dense. I don't think they're
No, you're eating nothing
as your
at that point.
vegetables go, but it's
Yeah.
tasty, and I think
It is tasty.
with the tri-tip, because I'm thinking like if I can pair these 5 things and have a big meal, or like I might just munch some corn on the cob just because I like it. It's tasty anyway.
Are we going yellow corn or are we going like sweet corn?
I'm going yellow corn.
I'm going yellow corn too
yeah.
if I'm getting corn.
And maybe
I
in
like
the
the
husk.
sweet corn.
Yeah.
But, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
My headliner.
Oh,
the thing this was the hard decision for me. I had to have a potato dish.
I was gonna make a joke about guessing at least one of your things, and I was like, he's getting potato somewhere in this top 5.
Yeah, as soon as you said that to me, I was like, "Fuck! Which potato dish am I picking? Which way am I?" Because you can go mashed potatoes. You can go. I'm about to go Bubba Gump on you. You can go mashed potatoes. You can go. Why do people call him Bubba Gump? They didn't get married.
Well,
his last name was Blue.
Right. Well, because Bubba Gump is the name of the shrimp company. It's Bubba Gump.
But they call Bubba Gump himself. You know what I mean?
Do they?
A lot of people call him Bubba Gump. I mean, the restaurant.
Yeah,
it's called Bubba Gump even. Yeah. But anyway, there's a lot of ways to cook potatoes. Almost all of them good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met a potato dish that I didn't want to eat. We're going au gratin.
I'm not surprised. You've professed your love many a time on this podcast.
I think if I got one thing to eat, if this was a one thing outfit, I'm going au gratin potatoes. I mean, if we had to like really think about it and think about nutrition and stuff like that, I don't know particularly what I get if I only get one thing. But if it's just something you could eat every day if you only had one thing, I'm going au gratin potatoes. It's the greatest goddamn food in the world.
You got your cheese. You got the long. Is it the long potato cut where they're like flat, like scallop potatoes?
I like the circle.
Okay.
The flat circle.
Yeah.
Flat circle like time.
Uh-huh.
Like they look like poker chips, right? I like those. We can go cheese. There's so many ways to cook them. We can go cheese. We go some onions in there, and little crisp at the top. I really hardly care how you cook them, just as long as they're not like. I want real au gratin potatoes and not like shitty church potluck ones where the cheese is hardly melted. You know, they just dumped a bag of cheese in there.
Yeah. With the Velveeta. And
yeah. Because then I can go my dinner, steak, the salad, and au gratin potatoes.
You've got
what the fuck else could I ever want in my life, Dusty?
Right, yeah. You've got a whole deal. Oh, I was going to ask you for your ribeye bone in, I assume, right? Is that...
Yeah, I go bone in. Because I could sharpen the bone and fucking stab somebody with it if I need to.
Then you also have a weapon. I'm going to go next. I'm going to the grains. Need a grain.
Okay.
I am taking rice pilaf with mushrooms.
With mushrooms. Okay. Yes. God damn it, I love a rice pilaf. Holy shit.
I never had rice pilaf before I went to a particular friend's house when I was in high school. I just never had it. And let me tell you, a revelation that evening.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
and it goes with everything. Like, I'm never mad when they're like, "Oh, this comes with rice pilaf. Is that okay? Are you serious?" Of course. I'm I'm so
Do not
happy
ever
it
ask
does.
me that
Yeah.
again.
It's big in Mediterranean food. I like when I go to a Mediterranean place and they have pilaf to go with like their kebabs or whatever. Um,
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Mediterranean restaurant rice pilaf. Are you kidding me? Like,
it's
good luck.
it's so good, and it goes well with my tri-tip. I will eat it with corn. Like, yeah, what am I out here doing? And uh, caloric, like you said, calorically dense. I'll feel full after I eat my fill of rice pilaf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I thought about putting a rice in there, but I threw the potatoes in. So I'm gonna go with my breakfast next.
Okay.
I had a breakfast item. Once again, I can't get a breakfast full meal.
Sure.
Um, in my opinion, the greatest breakfast item of all time, the eggs Benedict. I'm going just classic Benedict. We got English muffin toasted on the bottom.
Yeah.
You got a slice of ham. You got a poached egg, and you got some nice hollandaise over the top.
I am woefully behind on eggs. I don't know that I've ever had eggs Benedict.
Oh, it's incredible. It is incredible,
I'm
Dusty.
not sure. I'm sure I would like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about hollandaise sauce. Uh, uh
It's just like a cheese sauce.
okay.
Like and I would be surprised if that was that's the thing about eggs Benedict. There's not a lot to not like.
Right. It's I'm not like afraid of it. I just never order it. I've never had it because I always I think man of the house turned me off to it
I
because
forgot about that. He makes eggs Benedict and the kid fucking hates it,
yeah,
right?
well, he's like, "Do you know how fatty this is? Are you trying to kill us with the hollandaise sauce?" And it's like Chevy Chase slaved over it all morning, and JTT's not having any of it.
I made eggs Benedict, he says.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that looks
so
awesome.
hollandaise pain in the ass to make.
I've
You have to
heard.
like
Yeah,
there's something about like you put it in because I tried to make it one time and I failed miserably, but it was a long time ago. I want to try again. You have to put the ingredients in like a bowl, and you put the bowl on top of a steaming uh, pot of water. Like you put it on top of this, and then the
yeah.
steam comes up and heats the bowl, which heats what's inside the bowl. It's like it seems ridiculous, but
Yeah.
that's what you have to do
Well, and it's
apparently.
like one of those things where it's like it's the right consistency, and then like a whisper later, it's fucking ruined. Like you
Oh
can,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I fucked it up so bad when I made it. But yeah, I'm going eggs
yeah,
Benedict. I really wish I could have another potato with that, but
yeah.
I'm a man who follows rules.
Up next for me, this came up. I love cats. I hate Mondays. I have a thing in common with one of the favorite cats of all time. I'm picking a lasagna.
I
Taking
briefly thought about lasagna. Okay, a little heavy for me. I'm thinking I'm on an island for this, and it's gonna fuck me up. You know?
yeah, well, I figure I'm not. The lasagna is probably one of the ones I'm eating the least. That if I'm picking it.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
nice treat though.
but it's a really good lasagna with the ricotta and the sausage and the layers are right with the
Yeah,
pasta. It's
yeah, yeah.
fucking great. Like
The Stouffer's lasagna is unbelievable.
yeah, well, that's the thing. I think we've talked about lasagna is it's so good that even the worst versions of lasagna, as long as they have the key ingredients, are still pretty great.
Yeah.
Like, and the Stouffer's one, you can get it like extra crispy on the edge.
Oh, that edge part.
Yeah,
Oh boy,
I just eat
there's
the
something
edges.
magical
If I
happening on that edge, dude.
if I could just draft lasagna edges, I would take just the edges.
You can.
Yeah, you can throw the rest of it out. I don't even need the rest. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's my. I guess the tri-tip is also indulgent, but I like that. That's my big, like Sunday night meal is the lasagna. Then I sleep
I
for
like that.
22 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I did say that hollandaise is a cheese sauce. Well, it's like a cheese sauce. I think that's actually what I said. It's like a cheese sauce.
Yeah.
There's no cheese in it. It is egg, lemon juice, butter, two types of butter, melted salt somehow, and ground white pepper.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so, but
I
anyway,
thought for some reason it had horseradish or something in it. That must be something else.
no, it's
Yeah.
very mild, very
Yeah.
mild. You're thinking like I don't know what you think about, but
Horseradish is what
no,
I'm
it's very
thinking of.
mild. It
Yeah.
kind of tastes like I'm thinking of horseradish. So okay, I like the lasagna pick. So we're on 5, right? This is our
This
last
is
one.
number 5. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to go something versatile, something I can eat pretty much anytime I want, something that's not going to make me sick, something with a lot of flavors in it, and it can stand by itself. I'm going chicken stir fry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So chicken, rice. You make it with squash, onions, carrots, and you with ginger and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Good amount of ginger, bro. Good amount
Yeah.
of ginger.
I throw bell
Make
peppers
it.
in my stir fry. I don't know if that's a.
Oh, and bell peppers.
Yeah.
Yes, bell peppers are good too.
You can put
Bell peppers are
mushrooms.
actually
You put
a must have.
mushrooms in that shit. Zucchini. You can chop up. Yeah. Stir fry. The world's your oyster. Really. You throw an
Yeah.
oyster
So
in there if you want.
as a matter of fact, you can put an oyster
Yeah.
in there. Every time I go squash, carrots, onions, bell peppers.
Yeah.
And then you make a sauce with like soy sauce, some brown sugar, and you put some ginger and garlic in there as well. Yeah, it's very easy to make. It tastes very good. You whip that shit up real quick, and it'll make you real happy. And like I said, you've got veggies in there, you've got starch, you've got protein, and it stands by itself. Don't need anything extra on the side. Bada bing, bada boom.
And it can be
Smartest
heavy
guy in the
or
room.
light. You know, like
Yeah.
it can. It's a yeah. I like that a lot. That's a very versatile player in your pocket.
That's my utility player. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, like, well, I guess it's a thought experiment, so who cares? Because I'm really I'm struggling for some fruit in my. I'm gonna get scurvy if this is on an island because
See, that's why I ended up putting it on the. I get the salad with all the shit.
yeah.
I hit all colors of the rainbow with the salad.
But
you know
now
what I mean?
I'm stuck with like a breakfast situation, but like a fruit cup is like the worst choice. That's the worst draft pick.
I literally almost asked you, can I do a fruit medley? And I was like, I don't know about that, man. I'm gonna do something cooler than
so
that.
in the sake of it being a good pick as opposed to a reality pick, I'm taking biscuits and gravy for my breakfast item of choice.
Okay, goddamn.
I fucking love biscuits and gravy. Look, I'm gonna be on this island for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
Why do I want to eat healthy on the island and keep living on this island?
That is true.
I'm doing a favor to the guy who has to cook all this shit for me.
I'm eventually gonna get bored of my island food and have to eat your corpse because you died of congestive heart failure.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy, white sausage gravy, fluffy biscuit. Oh, think of the fluffiest biscuit you've ever thought of. Somehow this biscuit is even fluffier.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it.
This biscuit's 10 times fluffier than that biscuit.
10 times.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh God.
Too fluffy. That's too fluffy. Yeah. My family's from the South. I can't help that some of those things live inside of me. I can eat it by itself. The thing is, I don't like that the trend in restaurants is, say I go to order an omelet and they want to give me the omelet, they want to give me hash browns on the side, then they want to give me a bread. But one of the things I can get for quote unquote bread is biscuits and gravy to go along with this Denver omelet. Like, that's the end of the day. There's no productivity happening that day if I select biscuits and gravy to go with the rest of this shit that I'm eating.
Oh yeah, dude, you're fuck city.
Yeah, I go to the movies, but it's to fall asleep in the movie. from the biscuits and gravy. But on this island, I probably have like island shit I have to do, and so I feel like I could work it off. Or if I'm not feeling good, I just eat the biscuits and gravy. And again, that's a biscuits and gravy lasagna day. That day is fucked. There's nothing I'm doing on that day.
Yeah, it is the sleepiest food.
Yeah, and it's also the most like diabetesy food you can eat. Like it's literal sludge, but it's delicious sludge that I that I want.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll take it. It's I do. I have been one to enjoy biscuit. Remember the country special at
Yeah.
goddamn, it was basically like Eggs Benedict, where it was like an open thing with sausage instead of the ham and just so much gravy.
Yeah, like an obscene amount of gravy. This gravy
I would get it and get so sick.
Yeah, this gravy was submitted to the Supreme Court for judgment, and they said, "Well, it's not obscene, but I know because you know obscenity when you see it, but it's close.
Yeah,
it's nearly like a troublesome amount of gravy.
It's smut.
Yeah,
it's truly smut.
Now, I'm going to spring this on you in the moment, and we have to pretend that you're not you. What if you could add a dessert, a holy dessert category to these 5 things?
I thought about this.
You can eat one dessert as a bonus.
I thought about this. My first thought, and this is not my ultimate pick, but my first thought was vanilla ice cream sandwich with chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, the chocolate chip cookies on the outside, vanilla ice cream in the middle.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect. You got the saltiness in the chocolate chip cookie. You got the fucking chocolate. You got the good. I love vanilla ice cream, man. But no, nay. Okay.
But then I thought, nay.
The second thought was tiramisu. I love tiramisu.
Okay.
Big tiramisu guy. Properly prepared tiramisu. It's fluffy. You got the coffee taste. You got the vanilla taste. It's awesome. But ultimately, what I got to go with, Bananas Foster.
Ooh, I've never had Bananas Foster. They set that on fire, right?
Oh, dude, yeah. So you basically, it's like you saute bananas in rum.
Okay.
Basically, and when you cook rum, it becomes very sweet with the bananas.
Yeah.
And you light it on fire to cook off all of the alcohol, and then you pour it over vanilla ice cream. It is phenomenal. So I 100% I go with Bananas Foster because you got the heat. So the bananas go over, they're still hot.
Right.
So you got the heat of bananas with the coldness of the ice cream. Oh,
I do like the dichotomy of like cold dish, of like cold dessert with hot dessert. Like hot syrup on cold ice cream is a cornucopia of flavor. I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I thought about just like the best chocolate chip cookie you could imagine. Whatever the best chocolate chip cookie you've ever eaten is, that. Because that's really like a really great chocolate chip cookie is tough to beat.
Oh yeah, so simple.
Yeah, but again, I said nay.
Nay.
I'm going with strawberry cheesecake.
Word.
I love a cheesecake.
Man, our appetites are way different just because I think I hear cheesecake and I go, I'm so sick.
yeah.
But it tastes great.
Yeah,
I love cheesecake.
I love cheesecake. I agree. The line between I've had just the perfect amount of cheesecake and I've had too much cheesecake and now I want to throw up is it's thin. You can barely see that line. You have to, and you're probably going to jump it. You're not going to make it most of the time.
I'm good for 4 bites of cheesecake.
Yeah,
I'll hit 4 bites of cheesecake. I'm completely happy. 3 maybe.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not. I definitely shouldn't go over 4. Maybe should go less than 4.
What happens is I eat my slice of cheesecake that's sort of modestly sliced, and I feel good. But then I see you haven't finished your cheesecake, and I'm like, hey, let me get at the rest of that cheesecake. And I eat the 3 bites more of your cheesecake, and now I'm sick for the rest of the day. Which is
good luck.
Yeah, which is a problem. But it's so fucking good. like where the crust is crumbly underneath, and it's like perfectly, like the strawberries are perfectly sweet to go with the cheesecake. Like, man,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough to beat.
Yeah. So do you want to hear what my sixth was?
Yeah, hit me with it.
This was on my list at one point. And then I was like, I had to go a little bit more practical
Yeah.
with the. I can't remember if I replaced it with Benedict or stir fry. My list changed a lot. The Fat Sal from Fat Sal's Deli.
I thought about doing like whatever the most giant combination pizza is,
Yeah.
but then I decided lasagna was like would sort of fit in that same category, and I really like lasagna, so I stuck with
Oh,
that.
100%.
Yeah,
Or you could have gone like calzone. Calzone's dope
yeah,
too.
calzones are good.
Um, the Fat Sal is a thinly sliced ribeye steak sandwich with mozzarella sticks, onion rings, fries, brown gravy, mayo on a garlic hero.
I think that's what I got when we went to Fat Sal's.
I think it is, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it's look. I mean this in the best way possible because that's what they're going for. It's an abomination. Uh,
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
like none of that stuff should go together well. But I'll tell you what binds it is the gravy. The gravy is the bridge that makes what shouldn't work together work.
And the garlic hero is so good.
Yeah.
So they've got a couple new sandwiches we can discuss if you
Oh,
want.
so a couple of people. Wait, you only get a new sandwich if you beat the challenge, right? Or do they introduce new sandwiches from time to time?
They probably are open to introducing their own as well. But yes, if you finish their big fat fatty, you can name a new sandwich and like create a new sandwich. I'm looking to see if they have like they'd say if these are okay. Anyway, they have burgers. Who gets a burger? You know,
Right?
Oh, they've got burgers that are like their burgers are Fat Sal's
Yeah.
burgers too, so, with like chili and fried eggs and shit. Okay, so there is the Fat Bodega, which is Harlem chopped cheese, which is ground beef, sauteed onions, American cheese, with onion rings, pickles, shredded lettuce, tomatoes, fries, ketchup, mayo on a butter grilled hero. So the Harlem chopped cheese, ground beef, sauteed onions, American cheese sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I've been on the record. I don't like shredded lettuce on my sandwiches.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that one?
I like that one. I think there's a chopped cheese place around here that I haven't got around to trying yet, but like I'm open to it. Sounds awesome. But
Yeah.
What am I gonna say? Oh, don't put onions and cheese and ground meat together. What an abomination!
You son of a bitch!
Yeah,
You son of a bitch! I'm eating some stuff with gravy on it. So this next one is more interesting to me.
Yeah, because that one doesn't even really sound like. I'm sure it's bigger than a regular sandwich is, and I'm sure it's like not fun to eat an entire one of that. But like that sounds almost like a regular sandwich.
I had a picture of it somewhere. Hold on, if you want to see it. But the next one is called the Fat Bruin. I'm guessing the Fat Bruin was made by somebody who made the who ate the big fat fatty. That's the Fat Bodega right there.
I assume. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that looks like a big submarine sandwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bet about layer 6 you're probably not stoked about it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. So
I'm imagining this Bruin sandwich is going to be like some sort of Frankenstein Philly cheesesteak situation.
So it comprises of cheeseburgers, chili, crispy bacon, onion rings, fried egg, fries, garlic aioli, ketchup on a hero.
Oh, you had me until ketchup. Get ketchup the fuck out of my stuff.
Yeah, I don't necessarily need ketchup.
Mustard 100 times over ketchup. I don't really like ketchup that much. It's like cold and wet.
Love mustard.
Yeah,
I love
give me
mustard.
mustard. Anything that you can put ketchup on, you can put mustard on, and it's infinitely better. Like
And that's
the only thing is
good.
fries, and we've solved the fries problem because you just get ranch with it. It's
Yeah, and I try. There's certain fries like mom pop fast food fries, the crinkly, the big fries.
yeah,
You know those are the ones I'll put ranch on those. All other fries I go untouched. Unless I'm getting an animal style. But yeah, ketchup is normally just, hey, I'm gonna put a bunch of sugar on something.
yeah,
That's what it means.
uh,
It's for children
yeah.
generally.
I like
Um,
sriracha ketchup. I'll eat that because it's a little treat, spicy,
sure,
But
sure.
yeah, um, that one sounds tough. The like
I'm interested in that one. I want to try that one.
it's like the thing is, and this is what Fat Sal's is marketing is it's like everything sounds good, and then like the eighth ingredient, like, oh man, that's too many things. Like now it's you've gone over the line.
You're like, oh, come on,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, like fries in the sandwich. Come on, man. Like, look, it's good.
That fat,
I don't,
I was gonna
I
say
don't,
that Fat Sal's unbelievable.
I wouldn't say
That
that it's
sandwich is
not good.
unbelievable.
But if
Yeah.
I'm making it, I'm not. The fries are a step too far, and then I'm supposed to on this. They have side dishes you can get. Like who among us? And look, I'm putting away.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've put away my fair share of foods in my time, but even
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the audacity to be like, give me the Fat Sal and this side of onion rings or jalapeno poppers or whatever the fuck else they're selling on the side. Like, come on, man. At a certain point, the dignity exists. You have to.
But every once in a while, you got to get some debauchery in your life. You know what I mean?
I guess you got to be debaucherous.
So I'm gonna in a second. We're gonna have to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
So because tonight at 10 p.m. I've got somewhere to go, and I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you my opinion on it. What's your opinion on it? I will eventually tell you my
Sure.
opinion. At 10 p.m. tonight, I am going to an Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a chilling cocktail experience in Bakersfield that brings 4 of his stories off the page and onto the stage as told through the Poe historians while pairing them with 4 classic cocktails. Step back in time and immerse yourself in the dark and mysterious world of Edgar Allan Poe. This exclusive speakeasy will transport you to a bygone era as you sip on expertly crafted cocktails inspired by 4 of Poe's most beloved stories. Led by the speakeasy's lead mixologist and Poe historians, this immersive evening promises to be a chillingly unforgettable experience. Don't miss your chance to bring Poe's tales to life, one sip at a time, and get your tickets for the Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy in Bakersfield. $55 a ticket.
That sounds like an Edgar Allan no for me, dog. I did your joke. Look at that. Let me ask you a couple of things if you're comfortable answering these things.
Yeah.
Were you comped to this event?
I am not paying to go to this event.
Okay.
I planned on paying to go to this event.
Okay. Are you
the idea was that I was
sure. Are you going with someone, romantic or otherwise, to this event?
Non-romantic, but yes.
Paired up.
I'm going with a kind of a group of people.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So, because on the face of this sounds like
I know one of the people I'm going with.
On the face of this sounds like a thing you would fucking hate. And I hate to say it. This sounds like a thing where if I told you I was going to it, you would make fun of me really hard for it. Which is fine. Look, because that thing is also coming to Fresno, the Edgar Allan Poe mixology night. Whatever.
Mixology is such a weird name.
And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. but it
Yeah.
also sounds like the kind of people that are going generally to be super into that are the kind of people that I'm not super wanting to hang out with.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of anime dorks
Yeah,
who own swords at this
goths.
thing.
You're gonna find all the goths in Bakersfield at this thing. The thing is, I bet that it's cool, but I bet that it's also really cheesy because there's no way to not make it cheesy where if you're reading The Raven and then you're like, everyone take a sip of the Raven while we tell the tale, like it's just impossible. And
Oh man, you should have used Telltale Heart there.
oh man,
Everybody take a sip of the Telltale Heart
yeah,
while we
yeah,
tell the tale.
yeah. The pit in your stomach is not just the pit in the pendulum. Please enjoy this drink that has pineapple juice in it or whatever. Like I bet that it's cool to a point, but I bet the cool and the cringe, like I bet that they're equally fighting each other the whole way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be a dork fest, and I listen at this point. Basically, what happened is I have a friend who I've known for a long time, who I can't say a lot, was involved in an Edgar Allan Poe project, and I was on Facebook one day and I saw this advertised. So I sent it to him and was like, hey, you'd probably be interested in this. It's in Bakersfield. He's always looking for things to do.
Right.
I was down to go because he'd be interested in it.
Yeah. And again, like, I'm just interested because the very thought years ago that people would pay to watch Monty Python and quote the movie at the movie infuriated you to the
that's much worse than this.
I think we're talking if we're not talking same ballpark, I feel like you're lying to yourself, my friend.
No, I completely disagree. But because listen, it's not a bunch of this isn't like a Edgar Allan Poe open mic, which would be hilarious. Yeah. These are actual actors that are in a traveling show. If this was a traveling Monty Python show with accompanying drinks, I don't make near as much fun of it as a bunch of people wanting to go to a show so they can yell, "'Tis but a flesh wound," and fucking high five each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? Burn her,
I think
shut up in the movie theater.
I think
this is way different.
No, I think it's if it's different, I think it's a lot closer than you want it to be. I like
listen,
Monty Python watch along might be Arena League football and this is NFL, but it's the same sport.
No, I don't think it is because the fundamental aspect of both is completely different. In the movie, the Monty Python thing, we're taking the camera, right? And we're taking it off of John Cleese and we're pointing it at the dork in the front row.
Right.
In the fucking I'm with stupid shirt, right? I shaved my balls for this shirt, At this thing, though, gonna be a dork fest, not something I'm looking forward to particularly. It's at 10 fucking p.m. and I have to get up early in the morning and go to the opening of a new freeway, Dusty.
Yeah. They need those radio personalities to really get over interstate travel.
Dude, I'm sick of that shit, dude. So there's gonna be booze.
Yep.
There's gonna be trained actors.
Yep.
There's gonna be, if it sucks, it's funny. It just sucks that it's at 10 p.m.
Yep.
If it was at 6, it's a whole different thing.
I'm curious how you'll feel coming back. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait.
That's
the thing. I don't want to go.
I could be way wrong.
I can't wait to have an opinion about this.
I could be way wrong, but the people who are showing up in their top hats and monocles and they have a raven on their shoulder and they're gonna like it's appealing.
I just really resonate with Poe's isolation from the world.
I'd really like to wait. Did he write the one where the guy walls in his friend? He did write that one. Like, oh man, how many people I'd like to do that to, and it's like all of those dudes.
I feel like I've spent years walling in myself.
Yeah, like look the fact and booze might make it worse. Look, the goths.
It might get me to boo.
Yeah, when
quote quote the Gavin.
You got to use your Edgar Allan. You got to use my Edgar Allan. No, if that's what it comes to. No, I think on the face of it, I think that it sounds cool because it got me too. And then I was like, oh wait, hold on. There are a lot of ways that this it's the same where my initial reaction, because sometimes they do a thing here in Fresno where it's like a murder mystery scavenger hunt thing where like you and a team, there's a a story, and then you have to go through the city and find clues and stuff.
They did one of those for like Wizard of Oz too. Right. That's coming around.
I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. And then I really start to think about how, and this is coming from a man who stood in line to see Mick Foley and get his autograph. Yeah. Like
you're cornball.
I'm not trying. Yeah, I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just saying that it to me, it certainly has the sound that it could be very, because these are all fans. These are Poe fans. Nobody at 10 p.m. pays $55 to drink specialty cocktails named after Gothic short stories and to hear a dude perform them. Nobody's just doing that.
This is gonna be so stupid. I really taste the agony.
Yeah, like, and they can't put absinthe in any of the shit, even though they want to really bad.
It needs to be Everclear and shit.
Yeah, like
this is just, it's Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Look, it's
Jack Daniels and bird blood.
It's what's the name of that Sonic drink that we were talking about?
It's the blue ocean. Yeah, the blue ocean.
It has blue coconut in it.
It's got blue coconut in it.
We think Poe would have resonated with the blue coconut.
This is just pop off vodka and blue coconut. And I hope it sucks. I hope these guys, like, they have bad costumes. Yeah. They can't do the accents. They forget their lines.
I bet that
hope it
done.
Sucks.
I bet it's done really well, but I bet that that doesn't help. I bet you could have
No, I bet it's better if it sucks.
Yeah, you could have the best version of this, and I think it's still going to have the same element, because it's not about the actors, it's about the people that it attracts. Like I think that's where the rubber meets the road here for you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm notoriously a very cool person.
Right.
I run with the right crowds. I'm privileged. Yeah. I stay away, but I get along with the freaks pretty well. I have pretty good PR with the freaks. Yeah. The freaks tend to like Andrew. Yeah. And I tend to like the freaks. We get along. Yeah. I make fun of them, and I would never be photographed with them, right. But we get along.
You would not show up if they were opening a freeway.
Yeah, I honestly, well, never mind. I'll tell you what I was about to say after the podcast.
Dude, you have 100% report back. But I bet you would have a very similar time at the Halloween Horror Nights at Six Flags. I bet it's the same energy.
I went to the Halloween Horror Night at Six Flags.
Yeah,
it was the guys were a little creepy. I saw one of them peeing in the bathroom. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about the Six Flags thing is the rides in the dark. Rides in the dark are pretty dope.
Well, I'm talking about the haunted houses, not the rides.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about haunted houses, bro. I don't care at all about a haunted house. A bunch of just black trash bags on the walls, and I know there's a guy with a chainsaw somewhere just trying to jump scare me. Yeah. I got jump scared really bad by a dog in the Walmart parking lot today. There's a guy driving by me in a truck. I was looking at my phone, and the guy drove by me in a truck, and I didn't see the giant dog in the back of his truck. And the dog just goes, as soon as he gets next to me, and I went, what the fuck? And I started laughing at myself like a maniac all the way to my car.
I got jump scared by somebody's car horn honking at me. Because I was on a walk on my break, and I had my headphones on, and I'm like, walking around. And then all of a sudden a horn honks, and I'm like, where I don't expect one to be. And that's one of the most jarring to me sounds that there is.
Yeah.
And I jumped, and then I looked, and I'm like, I don't know you. Why'd you do that to me? Why would you ever do this to me? I have, I got,
it's that old man that called you a goofy. Yeah. Said you're goofy ass.
I got yelled at by a cop today. That was fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I there's a mall across the street, and I go on my lunch, and I walk around the mall like an old person because it was cold outside, so I didn't want to walk outside. So I'll walk inside and I'll take in the smells of the Wetzel's pretzels, etc., and I'll do my walk. So I did my walk, and I'm coming back, and of course I jaywalk. Why would I ever not jaywalk?
Yeah, that's a stupid law.
Yeah, as Hannibal Buress once said, "Are there any cars coming? Let me get across there." I go across, and there's a median where I can stand because there's two. The traffic's coming opposite ways. On the one side there's oncoming traffic going the one way, and then on the other side of the median, the oncoming traffic's coming the other way. So it was clear on the one side, so I go and I jump on the median, and then the other side has traffic, so I'm waiting, and there's a cop in that traffic who comes like roaring up into the turn lane, and he rolls down his window and he just goes, "Get off the median." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But
I'm planning on it
now. Yeah, who am I hurting? What's happening? Like, what possibly do you think? I mean, if a car runs up on the median and hits me, that's still the car's fault. Like, or it's both of our faults at the very least. But now traffic is going both ways. The lights are green in both directions, and so I'm like, well, I can't get off the median. It would be ill-advised to get off the median now. I assume it's a safety issue is what you're yelling at me for. And if I run out in the road right now, that's more of a safety issue. So I just stood on the median, and he kept driving. And then when it was safe, I ran across the median.
You should have gotten hit by a car, because you could have been like, the cop told me to get off the median. I got hit by that car. You owe me $6 million.
And so that was fun. I haven't been yelled at by a cop in a while. Then
it's exhilarating. I paid fucking $300 for a speeding ticket the other day. You want to do a quick the dozen trivia and get out of here?
Let's do
it. So the dozen trivia is a Barstool Sports trivia. You got 9 questions of different categories. The top 3 are sports. The rest are like popular culture. Okay. First question, NFL. We usually stink at NFL. A top 5 pick from the 2017 draft. This running back totaled 135 yards and 1 TD for Tampa Bay during their Super Bowl 35 win in 2021.
I think
it's 35.
Leonard Fournette.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. We got it. NBA. In October 2018, Derrick Rose dropped a career-high 50 points while playing for this Western Conference team.
Oh, who did Derrick Rose play for?
Blazers? No.
Could be the Blazers.
I don't think it was Blazers.
Blazers is as good a pick.
You can't think of anything else.
Or the Nuggets. Right. It's as good a pick as anybody else.
It's not the Trailblazers.
Okay.
Good. If it's the Nuggets, I'm going to kill myself. Thibaut Courtois, Kevin De Bruyne. What is this? This is soccer.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard help lead this. Okay. One of the guys' name is Thibaut Courtois, so I'm guessing this is France.
As good a guess as.
It is not France.
Oh no!
What the fuck? It's probably like
Spain,
Cameroon, or some shit. Books. This English author and poet is known for their 1865 children's novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Who wrote that?
Oh shit! Is E.B. White? No, I think that person wrote Charlotte's Web. Carroll.
Oh, it's Lewis Carroll.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Snacks and candy. With flavors such as peanut butter chocolate, cookies and cream, and mint chocolate, Chex Mix sells this frosted and filled squares variety under what name? I have no idea.
I also... no, I have no idea.
Party Mix?
Party Mix.
Nope. Celebrity Mashup. That is David Arquette in the middle.
Yeah.
The outside
blonde
who's the broad from Zack and Miri? Elizabeth? No, what's her name?
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. I don't think that's her, but
sure,
that's my only guess right now. It's definitely David Arquette, though.
That is definitely former WCW heavyweight champion David Arquette.
It's not Elizabeth Banks. Not Elizabeth Banks. We missed that one. Television. Known for playing Christopher Moltisanti in The Sopranos, this actor had a major supporting role during season 2 of The White Lotus in 2022. I don't know this guy's name. I know who it is. I don't know his name. He used to be in those 1800 tequila commercials. 1800 tequila just poured me a shot.
Oh, what is this dude's name? I also don't remember. It's fine. I can't even think of it.
We'll skip that guy. Omar Epps replaced Wesley Snipes as Willie Mays Hayes in this 1994 sports comedy sequel that is Major League.
Yep, Major League
2. Music. Legal name Michael Lee Aday. This singer.
It's Meatloaf.
Oh, it's Meatloaf. This singer, known for his powerful voice, released hit songs such as Paralyzed by the Dashboard Light and I'd Do Anything for Love. He's also got Bitch Tits. That is Meatloaf. Yes. I'm going to give up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they kind of updated this. Okay, let's see. 38% got the TV one. Only 7% got the mashup. I wonder, but I bet most of them didn't get Arquette. I bet that was the problem. Yeah. Unless this girl is just, nobody knows her.
How many people got Meatloaf?
The correct answers.
54%.
Michael Imperioli.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, no chance. No. I didn't know his name was Michael Imperioli. That is Kelly Ripa and David Arquette. That is Kelly Ripa's neck. I can tell you that. But I would not have gotten that.
No.
One. Muddy Buddies is the snack.
Yep.
It was the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is the same team as the Portland Trailblazers. Sure. So we should have gotten that one. Soccer, it was Belgium. There's a guy named Thibaut Courtois from Belgium.
I think we should have went with Eden Hazard to give us a guess for Belgium, but
it's a pretty sick name. All right.
Well, it never turns out that we get the Daily Dozen where we have like 8 right answers. That's always earlier in the week, just for us.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we had I got 8. I got 8 one week by myself.
No.
I only missed one. I can't remember what the one I missed was. We'll do Rotten Tomatoes real quick. We'll do Rotten Tomatoes real quick. I got to get to my speakeasy. So this is the movie guessing thing. It gives us how many words are in a title, what's the rating, the year, the genre, the runtime, and the Rotten Tomatoes scores. This is a 2-word movie title from 1989. It's PG-13. It's romance. 98% critic score, 85% audience score, an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow.
PG-13, 1989, romance. So that's not romantic comedy. That's just romance.
I guess. Offhand, I do not know. Because the best I could think of was When Harry Met Sally, but that is obviously not 2 words. So
yeah, that is 4 words.
Yeah, that's way more words.
The only thing I can think of, there's no way this is romance. I keep thinking of Steel Magnolias, but it's not. That's not a romance.
Yeah, or like The Bodyguard, but I don't think The Bodyguard is 1989.
I think that's our best guess so far. Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, we might as well.
I think you are correct, though. It is not The Bodyguard. Right. A singularly 3-dimensional teen romance after a decade of broad gags and Breakfast Club stereotypes in John Hughes land. So John Hughes made it. And it's a teen romance.
Is it a John, or are they saying this movie's different because we've suffered through all these movies in John Hughes land?
Maybe. So we'll focus on the teen romance aspect of it.
Say Anything? Can't imagine Say Anything has a 98. And I don't know that that's like a singularly romantic.
Nailed it.
Ah.
You know what's funny is when you said that, I was going to be like, which one is Cusack with the boombox?
Yeah, that's the one. Wow.
All right.
98.
Say Anything.
Yeah, I would have never guessed.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I like John Cusack.
Yeah, big Cusack guy. I was going to tell you briefly, Zone of Interest, I think, is a movie that you would enjoy. That was the movie that I went and saw last weekend that you wanted me
Oh, it's the
to.
Nazi movie.
Yes. It's like, I don't know. It's like if you knew Jurassic Park had dinosaurs, but they never showed the dinosaurs at all. Because like it's a movie where you know the Holocaust is happening and you know they're at Auschwitz, but they never show the concentration camp. Like the point of the movie, I guess, is sort of the banality of the commandant's existence. He's just raising his kids, and like his wife loves living in this place where there's a really nice garden and everything. But over the wall, you know, there's all of these atrocious, terrible things happening, and it's sort of
And it's like Oppenheimer not showing Japan. Like it illustrates the disconnect.
yeah. And so there's a scene where like the mother and the wife are in their garden, and she's going on and on about the garden and how they had to grow the ivy on the wall where the concentration camps on the other side of this wall, and they're sitting there having tea, and you could just hear people screaming like in the back. You don't even see the background, you just hear it as background noise. And
Yeah.
they're like completely unaffected by the
Yeah.
fact that that's how, like, that's the movie in sort of a nutshell. And it's like it's really well shot, it's really well made, but there's not any big conclusion at the end. It just sort of, well, I don't know if that's spoiled, but like that, the it never gets to where people are fighting or anything. It's just about this slice of life thing where this terrible thing is happening at the same time. But I think you would enjoy it.
That's very interesting.
Just because it's
That's
an
very
interesting movie, not because you know.
How long is it?
It's about 2 hours. So
Not bad. That sounds like a movie that they make 4 hours for no reason. So I'm happy that it's only 2
Yeah.
hours. I probably won't watch it, but I would love to.
yeah. So that's, I don't think it's going to win. I think this is Oppenheimer's year to lose. I only have to watch Maestro for me to have seen all the Best Picture nominees at this point, but I think nothing's beaten Oppenheimer so far unless they go way out and pick Killers of the Flower Moon or something. But I don't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But
So
I haven't seen literally any of the other movies. So
well, you saw the best one then. Maybe that's your
Yeah.
goal. My goal every year is to see the all of them. Your goal maybe could be to see one Best Picture nominee.
I just watched the winner.
Yeah.
If Joker would have won it,
that's Joaquin's fault. If Joker Folie à Deux wins Best Picture, maybe you'll see it.
I can't believe that's what they're calling it.
Anyway, we want to get Andrew out of here. He's got to go to the speakeasy. Maybe you give him one hearty when he's like, quote the Raven nevermore, just in the back, you just go, caw.
No, yeah, I gotta go put my steampunk glasses on.
and get it's tough to unicycle across town.
No, I got one of those bikes with a giant front tire.
With the big wheel and the little wheel. And you got the Auga hand pumped horn. Anyway, thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate all of you. We continue to eat fast food to have stories to tell on this podcast because of you. Follow us.
We do it for you.
Follow us on all the socials. If Andrew didn't drop them at the front, you know what they are. We're out here. We're doing things. Andrew has to go to a freeway dedication the day after his Edgar Allan Poe. So we want to we want our boy to get some rest. So thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate it. And who's that rap tap tapping at your door? It's the Snart Marks Podcast forevermore.